Hi, it's me again. I'm here because I want to show you one of my favorite things to do when I'm doing a cleanse or otherwise because I'm just a salad eating girl. I love to make salads. So with my salad, and I've always been like this even before I got into trying to eat healthy. I've always loved salad, and I got that from my dad because that was one of the only things that I could cook for a long time is I was in charge of making the salad. So I've always been a salad maker and always loved to eat it, but I like to put a lot of different things on my salad. So let me show you a few of the things that I like to put on mine. I'm just going to move the camera down so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Now I've already started making some of the things for my salad. We're starting with a bed of romaine lettuce, and I try to stick to some of the richer vitamin rich green lettuces like romaine, green leaf, red leaf, kale, those type of lettuces instead of the iceberg, because the iceberg is not going to provide as many nutrients as some of the other lettuces. If you just want to get full, eat iceberg lettuce. If you want nutrients and minerals, eat the other kind. Now I also have here some millet, and I boil millet just like I would rice, and I'm doing that because I want to get some extra protein in my salad, and it's one way that you can't get protein in your diet. A lot of people, when they think of vegetarians, they think real skinny people, they think people who don't get enough protein, and that's so far from the truth. You just have to learn more about what types of things to eat. So what I've also done here, I've also started grating up some carrots, so I'm going to finish that off. Yes, baby, you can have some okra here. Eat up. Yummy, yummy. My children love to eat crazy things like okra. A lot of other kids may not like to eat those things, but because I do, they do. And usually children kind of follow what you will do. So if you want to teach children to eat right, you eat right. That's what I always say. So I've grated some carrot. I usually do one whole carrot in my salads. And a lot of people say don't eat carrots for a variety of reasons, but right now that's what I'm putting in mine. So this is my little trash bin. I'm putting all my things that I want to put into my compost bin in this little bin right here just to make it easy and neat. And looks like my little one is not going to allow me to have any okra by the time I get to my salad, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, so right here I have kale, raw kale, and it's just a different type of green. Not too different from mustard greens. It's very crinkly on the ends, and it's got a nice dense texture, so it's going to fill the belly. I have onions, carrots, celery, which is going to be good for cleansing. There goes the little hand again. Mushrooms, tomatoes, and the okra, which I may not have in a little while. So we're going to finish chopping up the okra. Now another thing, a lot of people don't like okra. I absolutely love it. I prefer it raw because when it's raw, it's not slimy as long as it's fresh. So I always try to get the freshest kind available. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to drop my kale on my bed of romaine. I usually also have red cabbage. And it has lots of vitamins in it as well. And I like for my salads to look nice and colorful. Colors from all over the rainbow if possible. I don't mix fruits with my salads typically, especially if I'm doing a cleanse because of the whole food combining aspect. So now I'm going to go ahead and drop my onions on there. There's the onions. I'm going for the celery next. And I just build it however I want it. And a lot of people probably won't want all this stuff on their salad, and that's all well and good. You have to make it for what works for you. And that's what I said earlier about this cleanse is I have to find what works for me. So when I'm doing my cleanse, especially when I'm doing it in the winter time, I need warmth and I need heat. And cool vegetables and fruits don't usually work for me in the winter time. So I tend to make soups also when I'm doing the cleanse. I just try to omit some of the salt and some of the seasoning. So I may just use miso. And stop! Get. Last one. I may use miso as my seasoning, and it also has lots of nutrients in it as well. And I believe good bacteria, if I'm correct, as long as you don't overboil the water and make it too hot. But I like to do vegetable soups as well. So now I'm adding the tomato. And lastly, as you can see, my 2-year-old's favorite, okra. And as I said, I didn't think I was going to end up with very much with her in a way, but that's called life. All right, so what I'm going to add as a topper, now I have some sunflower seeds and cranberries. Okay, I'll get you some in just a second. You can have some of my salad. The sunflower seeds, they shouldn't be salted. And I also have cranberry. That's just going to add a little bit of sweetness for me, and it's going to make me feel good. So since I'm going without some things like caffeine and sugar that I'm used to having in my diet. Okay, just a minute, baby. Just a minute, okay? Okay. Take that back over there. I'll be over there in a second. Since I'm taking away things like the caffeine and sugar, I want to make this a little easier on myself and not make it so hard. So right now I'm adding cayenne pepper, and I love going to the farmer's market because I can get my seasonings, my vegetables and everything really cheap, not cheap, inexpensively, and not have to pay a lot. A lot of people think that eating vegetarian is expensive. Doesn't have to be. It just depends on how creative you are as well. Okay, so I also have here extra virgin first cold press olive oil, and the importance in getting that type, particularly when you're on a cleanse, is that it has chlorophyll that your body needs. So we're going to pour a little bit of that on. I try not to use too much, but sometimes I feel like a little bit more, but right now this is okay. All right, so that's the olive oil, and usually, oops, can you pick that up for me? Thank you. You got it? Okay, give it to me. And usually I'll also use Bragg's Organic apple cider, and it has good stuff in it as well. So I don't have anything left of that. So as an alternative, I'm just going to use, one moment. As an alternative, I'm just going to use some fresh squeezed lemon juice. And that is going to be my dressing. 1 second, I'm doing something, 1 second. I'm going to use olive oil and lemon juice as my seasoning. I'm just going to squeeze some lemon on here. The cayenne is going to help with regulating your blood pressure, metabolizing fats, all that good stuff. So do some research. Most of what I put in my salad, I put in it for a reason. Outside of it just tasting good to me, but I also put it in there for health reasons as well. And because I like salads, it makes it easy for me. You may not, one second. You may not like salads too much, but you got to figure out what works for you. So that's the last, 1 second. Go in there, please. Thank you. I'll be with you in just a second, okay? So we squeezed out the lemon, and I want to say one more. I want to say one more thing about the salad because it's going to aid in the digestion with the okra and a lot of the things that are in here. I wanted to make one more point about why it's important to cleanse, why it's important to have your digestive system in good health. Now, here's a picture in Queen Afua's book. It shows 2 ways that the colon can look in the digestive tract. The first one on the right, on your right, is showing where the colon has been pushed down because of excess food, undigestible food that just stays in the body. And your stomach should actually look like this, where it's not being pressed down. There's not a lot of excess bloating and a swollen belly. Okay, so do a little bit more research, find out more about how much you should actually be using the restroom, how often, what a healthy colon looks like, what type of foods help promote a healthy colon, and how a healthy colon can affect the rest of your body. do a little research. A lot of illnesses start in the colon, so that's part of the reason why I'm doing this. I started having skin problems because I was intaking too much sugar, too much caffeine. That also causes excess weight, lack of sleep, and a whole other host of problems. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for checking in with me. And I have to go eat my wonderful salad and see about my 2-year-old. Take care. See you soon.